Hi classmates! This is your classmate Jerry. Good morning, good morning. Yung guest po natin kung napapansin niyo 'no, napakaganda, yes. Siya po yung executive assistant ni Coach Harry, isa dun sa courses na na-enrollan ko this year, which is called Piggy Bank Adventures or PBA 2025. Ang cute nung title niya 'no, pero let's learn more about yung ini-interview natin, kung ano yung mashi-share niya, kung ano nga ba meron sa kuwento ng talambuhay niya. Kasi nagkaroon kami ng pre-recording at napakakulay po nung buhay niya. Dati siyang madre, tapos naging freelancer, and ngayon siya yung executive assistant nung isang course na na-enrollan ko. So, kamusta, Linya? Good morning.
Ayan, good morning. Hello sa inyo classmates. Ayan, nakakatawa kasi classmates yung tawag ni Jebby sa inyo 'no. So, ayun ako si Nina and yeah, I'm here to share with you whatever I can share and I hope na may mapupulot kayo sa storya ng buhay ko. Yun lang naman.
Amazing. I invited you kasi nung nagkaroon tayo ng session, nag one-on-one tayo, dun pa lang kita nakilala personally. Tapos
Mhm.
ikatakwento mo na before yung session natin na one-on-one na yun, nung na on the spot ka na nag-out si Kage tapos ikaw yung nag-host for the next 15 minutes. First time mo
Mm.
pala yun, so kinakabahan ko
Mm.
time. And ngayon na somehow nagkaroon ka na ng idea of your clarity, yung sabi mo nga kanina, if you're going to give the title dun sa podcast na 'to is Knowing Oneself, can you share your life story pre-level up? Kamusta ka before?
Okey. So, ganito yan, right after college in 2012, I entered the convent. So, during that time, that was my discernment or parang naging decision ko na after college papasok talaga ako ng kumbento. Like, after 2 days after nung graduation. So, April 28 ako grumaduate, May 1 pumasok na ako ng kumbento. Pero of course, the decision was not immediate naman na nung graduation lang. There were preparations, discernment before that time. So, I entered the convent in 2012 and then naging madre ako. Then I was sent to mission. I taught nagturo ako ng ano, ng 6 years on different areas, in Nueva Ecija for 2 years and then in Pangasinan for 4 years. After which, I was again sent to formation, we call it formation house yung nag-aaral ka. And then in 2020, yun yung time na nagkaroon ako ng, first vows. Yun yung parang parang in layman's term, naging boyfriend mo si Lord, parang gano'n. Naging boyfriend mo si Lord. Kasi meron pang next level dun, yung parang naging asawa mo na si Lord, which is the perpetual vows. Hindi ako umabot dun. So, nandun ako sa first vows in 2020 and then by the year 2021, I opted to take a 1 year vacation, discernment outside the convent. So, umuwi ako ng bahay and then yun, nagkaroon ako ng vocation discernment. And then during that time, dahil nandito ako sa bahay, siyempre hindi naman pwede na tambay lang tayo or umasa lang tayo kasi parents ko naman ay senior citizens na. So, I had to work also kahit na hindi pa tapos yung discernment period ko. So, kasi November 2021 yun, eh. So, ang nangyari by April 2022 ay na-hire ako sa isang book company. Ayoko na kasi magturo that time. Gusto ko na maging outside classroom na yung work ko. So, ang in-applyan ko na immediate is yung book editing. So, yun yung naging work ko, nag-book editor ako. But at the same time ng May, na-introduce ako sa freelancing. That's why in June 2022, 'di ba April ako na-hire, June
Game.
2022 nag-member na ako agad ng Tribe.
While
Siyempre
work
member ka ng Tribe while working, yes, yes. Dahil dun nagkaroon ako ng client October, pero may corpo pa rin ta's January nagkaroon ulit ako ng client. So, I have 2 clients and then kumbaga that time hindi ko na ma-manage well yung naba-balance yung corpo work plus the freelancing work. So, I opted na parang maybe it's time to build a team.
Mhm.
However, so I'm doing things simultaneously, corpo work, 2 clients, and then building a team. So, and then poof, it became Coco And then so, sometime around April 2023, hindi ko na kaya na, yun nga, juggling all things at the same time plus the pressure na kailangan ma-fulfill mo yung alam mo yun, yung parang 'pag di mo nabibigay yung best mo, so parang hindi naman siya guilt talaga na naituturing, pero parang alam mo sa sarili mo na hindi excellent yung work na nabibigay mo. So kaya, ang nangyari is, yun nga naging koko-crunch ako, hindi, joke lang. So I had a breakdown, as in breakdown na breakdown, ayun. So
Kaya
nag-breakdown
parang
ako ng
ano, eh, 'no, uh, you were originally forging yourself kasi may korpo ka, nag-freelance ka, sinubukan mong i-maximize kung ano yung kaya to level up on your own. Pero the
yes,
thing
yes.
is, instead of forging yourself, you were burnt out.
Oo, 'yan. Umabot ako sa gano'ng point na hindi ko na siya na kaya. So, hindi kinaya ng brain cells natin. So, kaya, kaya yun, ang nangyari, kinailangan kong i-let go yung clients, kinailangan ko i-let go yung corporate work. I had to take a rest. As in rest talaga. So, yung rest na yun inabot ng almost a year kasi by January 2024 nagkaroon naman ako ng freelance gigs, pero hindi rin nagtagal.
Mhm.
And then by April 2024 ay nagkaroon ulit ako ng book editing job. But I only stayed there for 3 months. Kasi may fallback ako that time ng July, August na, work from home na related sa education. Parang education platform, nagsasagot ng mga questions.
Mhm.
So yun yung naging fallback ko that time. However, hindi nag-proceed yung contract.
Aw,
So So kaya September nasa kalagitnaan ako ng fork road na magko-corpo ba ako, pero ayoko talaga or magfi-freelance pero parang ang hirap ng freelance. So gano'n yung ano. And it so happened na, yun nga, there was an opportunity. I applied for an affiliate management position na nagkaroon ng training, and at the same time meron din yung opportunity na mag-join ng Clarity Challenge. So, dahil nga lost ako, so kailangan ko ng clarity. So, kaya ginab ko rin yung opportunity na mag-join ng Clarity Challenge. Tapos kasi during that time, yung Clarity Challenge, meron pa siyang ano, eh, anong tawag dun, early bird rate. Tapos siyempre ano, very minimal yung finances ko that time. So, early bird rate,
grab agad.
grab ko na 'to. Oo, grab ako, early bird rate, ganyan. Early bird rate. Tapos, if you know naman his programs, yung current client ko, his programs are not really expensive, 'di ba? So, ta's imagine mo naka-early bird rate pa. So, kumbaga
Oh, so
ano, so sobrang sulit.
mhm.
So, yun, from the Clarity Challenge, actually until now, things seems like very hindi siya easy, eh.
Yes.
Pero parang mula nun sobrang grateful ko nga kasi mula nun naging ano din, naging smooth or naging better yung things moving forward. And at the
Hindi siya
same time
madali pero
kasi
may direksyon ka.
may direksyon, and at the same time kumbaga, alam mo yun, parang hindi na siya kasi nung paglabas ko ng kumbento parang anong gagawin ko, sobrang hindi ko alam, culture shock pa kasi nga hindi naman ako sanay ng buhay sa labas ng kumbento, ganyan. So, I had to work kasi nga hindi naman ako nakapag-work before nung nag-college ako, hindi man ako nakapag-work after nun. So, kumbaga parang shock, tapos di mo alam gagawin mo, ta's bakit ka nasa labas, yung mga gano'n na questions. And then yun, ta's yun nga, after October, things were better, and then things are moving forward. Yun siguro, one good thing din, moving forward. Hindi ka na yung atas ba ako, forward. At the same time kasi siguro to highlight din, that was the same time that I met my current, relationship, my current boyfriend. So kumbaga, alam mo yun, parang sabi nga ng isang friend ko, parang, "Grabe pinagpala ka, breakthrough mo talaga yung ano 2024 kasi naging okey ka sa client tapos nagkaroon ka pa ng love life." So yun yung overview. Ang haba ng kuwento ko, 'di ba?
Crazy ka.
Overview pa ba yun? Overview pa ba yun?
'Di ba ang
Pero
kulay ng
yun,
buhay niya, classmates.
oo.
It uh, I wanted to ask kung ano yung biggest challenges mo kasi you mentioned na yun nga, nag-mother ka before, tapos nagkaroon ka ng breakdown period wherein na-burnout ka, tapos kung nasaan ka ngayon. If you're going to consider one one or two of the biggest challenge na na-encounter mo before? Ano yun and ano yun?
Oo,
Kasi yung pagiging madre 'di ba, hindi rin biro yung pag-exit ng pagiging madre, hindi
mm.
rin, biro yung yung causes nung pag-burnout. Ano yung mga challenges na 'to or if you're going to pick one or two?
Siguro one, one challenge is that yung confusion on identity, yun. Kaya ko nasabi kanina na if ah, there'll be a title, siguro yung knowing oneself. Kasi parang, um, eto yung foundation talaga, eh, ay para sa'kin ito yung foundation ng mga bagay-bagay. So, kailangan kilala mo yung sarili mo. Hindi mo siya fully makikilala kasi you're a work in progress hanggang mamatay ka and then you'll be learning a lot through different experiences 'no. Pero kumbaga yung identity mo kung sino ka is something na kailangan mong panghawakan. Kasi I think along my journey, kumbaga I lost the sense of my identity in one way or another. So, kaya hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko, hindi ko alam kung anong direksyon ko, hindi ko alam kung anong gusto ko, hindi ko alam kung ano yung next step na makakatulong sa'kin during those times that I was struggling. So, even when I was inside the convent and even now na kapag nung mga nakaraan na nagkaroon ako ng challenges. So, yun yung confusion ng identity. And then another challenge is yung comparing, comparing oneself with others. Kasi kasi 'di mo 'yan ewan ko in my of course hindi naman kayo madre 'no. Kumbaga hindi niyo naman na-experience yung na-experience ko. Pero my point is when I left the convent kasi and I was meeting my friends when I was in high school, nung friends ko nung college, mga org mates ko, ganyan. Siyempre may mga ano na sila, may mga they are on the certain level of like financial status siguro yun na yung pinakamadaling ma-measure kasi financial status. Tapos ako magsisimula pa lang akong magtrabaho, magsisimula pa lang ako kumita ng sarili kong pera. At yung pagkita ko ng sarili kong pera may layers pa yun, hindi ako marunong mag-manage ng pera, yung mga ganong layers 'no. Di ako marunong mag-ipon. So, yung mga ganong layers 'no. So, ang tendency ko that time kinukumpara ko yung sarili ko, which led to thoughts of regrets na parang, 9 years yun, nasayang yung 9 years ko, 'di sana ganito na yung kinikita ko. May mga ganong ano, may mga ganong thoughts ng regrets. And then and at the same time yung nung pumasok ng freelancing, when everyone was moving forward, having clients, earning 6 digits, ganyan. Tapos parang ako, "Shit, nandito pala ako, bakit ganito yung ano, bakit ganito lang yung kinikita ko, freelancing, sabay-sabay naman kaming nag-start, anong meron?" Yung mga gano'n. So kaya babalik or magsa-spiral down din siya dun sa sarili mo.
Yes.
Parang ano ba yung pagkakakilala mo sa sarili mo, ta's ano yung pagiging honest mo sa sarili mo kung ano ba talaga yung status mo during that time. Kasi I believe kung naging mas honest lang ako or mas inassess ko ng mabuti yung status ko during that time at tinanggap ko kung ano yung status ko, there will not be walang comparing na mangyayari kasi alam ko or aware ako sa kung nasaan ako at kung sino ako.
When did you
Tapos yun.
realize na you were losing yourself and you have to find out, sino nga ba si Ninya if I'm going to describe myself?
Actually, it was a period of time.
Hmm.
So, since lumabas ako sa kumbento parang yun yung tanong, eh, parang bakit ako nandito? Kasi when I entered the convent, ano kasi ako, eh, ako yung tipo ng tao na 'pag sinabi mong commitment, commitment talaga.
Every
Like, nung pumasok ako sa kumbento, tinaga ko na sa bato, eh, na mamamatay akong madre. Mamamatay akong nakasuot ng belo, nakahabit, habit yung tawag sa ano namin, sa damit namin. So, parang tinaga ko na yun na mamamatay akong madre. So, parang yung tanong mo na kailan yung time na yung lost, confusion, yung identity, parang ever since nung paglabas ko ng kumbento until nung nag-breakdown ako. Yun nga, as in nung October lang na of course hindi lang naman dahil sa clarity challenge
Yes,
yun 'no.
yes. Oo.
Pero kumbaga during that span of time, there were questions, there were confusions, identity, kung sino ba talaga ako and the like. Kasi parang siyempre meron akong identity nung bago ko pumasok ng kumbento. Then the 9 years also has an effect on that identity.
Totoo.
Tapos alam mo yun, may epekto yung identity, may kumbaga may parang, shaped identity. Kasi ito na yung identity mo ta's may shaped identity during the 9 years. Ta's paglabas mo, ano na yung identity mo?
Okey ba?
Yung bang dati, which was 9 years ago, o yung shaped identity mo na iba naman yung ano nun, iba naman yung iba yung environment nun. So, definitely hindi mo rin maa-apply dun sa paglabas mo.
Tama, tama.
And and then yung identity mo nung 9 years ago hindi na rin yun applicable
Hmm.
kasi ano, kasi
Walang
kumbaga
one size fits all, you have to adjust
oo,
meron.
oo, the adjustment nun, that's a good term, yung adjustment sa lahat ng bagay, yun kasi. Kasi parang it's a totally different life. Yung of course tao pa rin naman yung Mama Andre. Tao pa rin naman ako nun 'no, pero kumbaga yung culture, yung yung ginagawa mo and the like, it's a different thing when you're outside the convent. So yun yung adjustment. Adjustment ta's kinukumpara ko pa yung sarili ko sa iba, so 'di ba the pressure is on kaya gano'n yung ano, gano'n yung
Grabe, grabe.
nangyari during that time,
Hindi
ayun.
ko ma-imagine kung ano yung nararamdaman mo that time. Pero curious ako, what sparked your decision to level up na you can take in control pala? Anong identity yung shina-shape mo? Anong bini-build mo or hindi pal puwede palang hindi ka lang sumasabay sa agos, gano'n. Kasi before parang yun yung sinabi mo, 'di ba? If you are going to describe yung commitment, commitment talaga. So what
Mm.
sparked your decision to level up na you can shape yourself, gano'n? To build your identity?
Ah, siguro nakatulong din yung ano, yung clarity challenge nga, na parang it was a program kasi na kumbaga guided ka in one way or another. Na there were group sessions during that time kasi. And then, i-describe ko lang ng onti, kung ano yung Clarity Challenge. So, it was a 7-day program and then may mga challenges na parang activities na you have to complete and then after completing that, may mga rewards. Parang gamified siya, may mga rewards, gano'n yung ano, gano'n yung system niya. So, during that 7-day program, may 5 days dun na group sessions, morning, evening. Tapos sa sobrang tuwa ko dun sa coach na nagbibigay ng program na yun, ano, in-attend-nan ko yung morning tsaka evening. So, I'm learning a lot, parang gano'n. I'm learning from my classmates, I'm learning from him, and I'm learning about myself as well. Kasi yung challenges, more than doing the task, there were reflections. So, kumbaga napapa-reflect and parang ano, kumbaga, anong tawag diyan? Dinibdib ko talaga yung pagre-reflect. Kumbaga, I grab the chance talaga na mag-reflect on things na pinagawa and then yung tungkol sa sarili ko. Tapos, 'di ba sabi ko may rewards?
Yes.
So, yung pinakamataas na reward dun is having a one-on-one coaching dun sa ano, parang
Hmm.
60-day mentorship dun sa coach.
Yes, with
So
package, oo.
sinulit natin 'yan.
Siyempre.
So kaya naman ako yung ano, nakuha ko yung 60-day mentorship and then there was ano, hindi naman siya talaga alignment pero more of guidance. Tapos there were things kasi na parang during the past years kasi, ang immediate ko lang na kausap is yung parents ko. So, of course, I love my parents, I respect all their opinions and the like 'no. Pero kasi, kumbaga wala kang ibang naririnig na opinyon or wala kang naririnig na ibang perspective. So, kaya nung nagkaroon ng mentor like the coach that I mentioned 'no, kumbaga mas nagkaroon ng guidance. Yung spark ng decision to level up, hindi siya actually spark, it was, parang it was a gradual thing din
Mm.
that happened to me. Di
Naipit siya
of
paunti-unti 'no?
Oo, kumbaga, actually yung kung sinasabi natin na spark na mag-level up, ano siya, eh, nung palang pagpasok ko sa corpo tas sabi ko bababasa ako dito gusto kong i-level up ng pera so kaya gusto ko na agad mag-freelancing during that time 'no. Pero, yung spark na it's not actually a spark pero kumbaga a commitment towards oneself din.
Hmm,
Na gusto kong maging better on things. Kumbaga, kailangan ko na maka-move on, hindi na ako madre. Tama na yung 3 taon na nagdu-dwell ako na what ifs or and the like 'no. So, kumbaga, yun na, it was, slowly and fortunately with God's grace din naman, kumbaga there was a direction na during that time. Kasi ano, eh, parang dati akala mo may direksyon ka pero wala naman talaga. So, pero at least having a mentor really helped me na ano, in my case, really helped me
napakaimportante yun may
move forward.
mentor kapag gano'n.
Sorry, the
Gaano kaimportante ang mentor in terms of ayan, yung finding your clarity kapag may
Oo,
reflection ka na importante ba na may mentor, may perspective ng ibang tao na
oo. I believe importante na may perspective ng ibang tao. So, just like in my case I mentioned, siyempre yung family, immediate kasi yan, eh.
yes,
Like
bias.
they are close, so may bias din.
Hmm,
So, siyempre sila yung nagpalaki sa'yo, sila yung nakakakilala sa'yo nung dati ta's ganito yung nangyari sa'yo. Hindi rin nila actually maintindihan bakit gano'n yung nangyari, yung may for some situations, ganyan 'no. So, having a mentor helped me na parang may third perspective. Kasi ang tendency ko nun black and white lang, eh. Kung hindi ganito, ganito. Pero having a mentor helped me na makita yung gray areas, that there are other things in between. Kasi yun yung naging tendency ko, eh, na parang black, white, gano'n. Pero nung nagka-mentor ako, puwede namang ganito. Yun nga, the gray side of things, gray area of things. And at
nafi-feel
the
ko
same
nagkakama dito
time
kapag sinabing black and white, ito yung pagiging transparent, kung ano yung meron at wala. Ano yung
Oo.
ibig sabihin natin by gray area para dun sa mga hindi hindi familiar din sa
Oo.
term?
Para kasi ang naging tendency ko, yes or no lang.
Mhm.
Pero meron namang in between na puwede mong gawin
Hmm,
without sacrificing the other thing.
so yung opportunities na nami-miss out natin.
Oo, yung in one way or another parang gano'n yung application. For example, wait lang, on the spot example medyo hindi ano, medyo mabagal ako mag-isip. So for example na lang in decision making na kung bibili ba ako ng pistachio Canafe tea or not. So, parang ang immediate mo, yes or no lang.
So,
Oo.
may opportunity pala na instead of
Oo.
directly buying or saying yes or no kapag bibili mo siya, may opportunity na bilhin mo siya pero hindi ngayon.
Oo.
Hmm, amazing, amazing. And then
Yun yung tinutukoy ko na gray area na parang, for example, kasi sa identity, puwede na extrovert ka dati ta's natuto ka na sa buhay kaya ngayon ambivert ka na. So, hindi siya naging two choices lang. Yun yung tinutukoy ko between black and white.
amazing. Thank you for sharing kung ano yung gray area para magkaroon tayo ng clearer idea kung ano yun. And then, ayan, meron ka ng mentor, meron ka ng idea kung ano yung nakapag-spark sa'yo to finally be intentional dun sa pag-build ng identity. Ano yung ginawa mong habits na on daily basis to keep you leveling up, to build your identity, to shape you?
Siguro isa sa pinakamahalaga na ni-neglect ko for so long na advice sa'kin ng doktor ko pero kumbaga pinag-ano ko pa, nagdadahilan ako kaya hindi ko siya ginagawa, yung exercise. Kasi pero I started with just walking.
Really?
So, yung September last year din na yun nga when everything was yung kumbaga confused and the like. So, nag-start ako na mag-walking
Mhm.
ng hindi ako agad nag-10K ganyan. Nag-attempt na ako beforehand na mag-walking pero hindi ko siya natutuloy. So, nung September, kumbaga mas naging consistent siya on a daily basis, nag-try ako mag-walk. So, hangga't kaya ko, ginagawa ko yung 10K steps. So, yun yung dun ako nag-start, yun yung isang habit na na talagang hanggang ngayon pinipilit pala, hindi kumbaga tina-try ko siyang i-keep. Pero kasi ngayon nagdagdag na ako, I have my workout na already.
Oh,
So,
aside on top of
naka
20,000 steps.
oo. Bale actually not on top pero ina-alternate ko siya. So, there were days na parang 2 days a week na nag-o-online fitness training ako and then the other days ay nagwo-walk ako. So, yun yung habit. Siguro on other things, yung talagang consistently na nagagawa ko, yun muna, yung sa exercise, dun ko siya sinimulan. Of course, I tried ng journaling, pero during the past days parang parang naging audio journaling na lang yung ginagawa ko. Kasi ginagawa ko siya bago matulog. So,
Galing.
talagang 'pag antok na antok ka na, pindutin mo na lang yung tablet ta's i-record mo na lang.
So, may
Ikuwento mo
choice
lang
pala ang
shortly.
journaling, hindi siya puro written or yung naka-text, puwede pala yung audio.
That's what I tried. Kasi
Oo.
yung application na ginagamit ko, may audio. So,
Mhm.
kaya ang ginawa ko nung isang beses sabi ko, tinatamad ako magsulat, mag-audio na lang ako. So, gano'n yung ginawa
Hmm.
ko, which probably you can also do. Gray area din 'yan, 'di ba?
Oo,
So,
oo.
yun.
Mhm.
Kasi ang alam lang natin sa journaling magsulat nga. Pero yun, I tried yung audio, recording audio. And just for the keepsake of recalling what happened during the day. Not necessarily
Mm.
naman din talaga na wala pa ako dun sa level or part na ino-audit ko yung nangyari during the past weeks. I had the time na gano'n yung ginagawa ko, pero nahinto ako. So, kaya ngayon, yun lang, just for the sake of recalling what happened during the day and at the same time, being thankful for everything that happened during the day. So, gano'n yung ginagawa ko nung mga nakaraan.
Tapos ayan, nabanggit mo nga na yung habits that keep you living up to shape you up is yung exercise, tapos which you started with walking, tapos yung journaling na puwede pala yung audio. How do you measure naman yung growth and success na you are actually working on yourself? And anong klaseng identity ba yung bini-build mo as of now?
Yung measurement ng growth or success, that would be different. I believe that would be different depende sa tao.
Yes.
Kasi some would measure their success based on how much they are earning kasi yun yung pinakamadaling
Mhm.
measure kasi nabibilang mo yung pera. Pero in my case, ay nasabi ko sa sarili ko na nagle-level up na ako or nagkakaroon na ako ng growth or success paunti-unti. Kasi nga from the confusion, from the ligaw, from the loss, now mas may direction na ako. So, that's how I measure. Kumbaga, hindi ko siya ma-describe in objectively
Mhm.
kasi hindi niyo naman alam kung ano yung nararamdaman ko. Pero ngayon, yung nararamdaman ko parang at peace ako. There are struggles, there are difficulties, kumbaga may mga time pa rin na nahihirapan ka, na nako-confuse ka pagma-manage ng pera, mga gano'n. Kasi lately, yun yung struggle ko pagma-manage ng pera. So, and we need money to to function, yung mga gano'ng bagay 'no. Pero kumbaga, siguro nakikita ko yung sarili ko na may growth na and towards success na because the things that I'm doing now are giving me or nagbibigay sa'kin ng peace, kapayapaan. Compared dati na hindi parang sobrang, alam mo yun, gulo, pressured, ganyan. So, yun yung measurement ko. And then your second question, ano ulit yun, sorry?
Yung hmm. Kung yun nga, yung growth, yung mine-measure mo is aligned sila dun sa identity na bini-build mo and what is your identity you're trying to build.
Okay. The identity that I am trying to build, um, simple lang. Ah, Gusto ko lang maging tunay na masaya. Yung gusto ko lang maging tunay na maligaya. Of course, again, there are different meanings sa
Yes.
iba-ibang tao ng
Mhm.
kung ano yung makakapagpasaya sa kanila. Pero sa'kin kasi, yung masaya ako when I get to spend time with the people I love. So, yun yung ano ko, yun yung isang bagay. So, kahit yung simple na nagwo-work from home, masaya na ako nun. Kasi nandito lang ako sa bahay. I don't have to aside from the truth na hindi ko kailangan mag-deal sa traffic and the like, yung pagod na mga gano'n, traveling. Pero yung nandito ka sa bahay, hindi man ako kumbaga siyempre 9 years na kasi ako, sa kumbento, So, ang tagal ko nang wala dito sa bahay. So, kaya ngayon and my parents are not getting younger. So, ngayon ang gusto ko nandito lang sa bahay. At least kasama ko sila. So, yun yung isang definition ng success sa'kin, yung I get to spend time with my loved ones. And yun, malaking bagay yun. I think yun, yung talagang makakapagbigay ng tunay na kaligayahan. Ang lalim, 'no, tunay na kaligayahan. Pero yun, at the same time, when it comes to money siguro, it's not really the desire to earn so much.
Mhm,
There was a point na ganun yung gusto ko.
mhm.
Pero now, it's more of yung financial security, yung
Okey.
yung talagang meaning sa'kin ng success. Kasi there are different layers when we say financial security.
Yes.
Hindi lang naman insurance and the like. Pero for example, yung sinasabi nila na since pareho naman tayo nasa mundo ng freelancing 'no, yung sinasabi nila na ability to kapag nawala, nag-crumble down lahat. Kumbaga, kaya mo pa rin na umangat at maghanap ng kliyente gano'n
Well,
at kumita pa rin ng pera. So, kumbaga I think that's one thing about financial security na kumbaga kahit mawala lahat, kaya mo pa rin kitain ulit and the like. Yun yung success sa'kin, like getting spend time with my family, financial security. Kasi yung joy ay kumbaga yun yung magbibigay ng peace sa'yo and that peace would also lead to joy. So, yun.
it was supposedly one of my questions to ask, what does a successful life to you? And as of now, medyo nasagot mo na nga siya, 'di ba? Kasi sabi mo, you wanted to be happy, gusto mo
Oo,
pong mag-spend time dun sa mga loved ones mo and at
oo,
peace ka. Ngayon, since nasagot mo na yun,
oo.
anong advice would you give to our classmates na ligaw, lost, confused, di pa nila alam kung anong identity yung gusto nila and they keep on comparing themselves with another people? What kind of advice would you give them?
Una, maging patient ka. Maging patient ka sa sarili mo, classmate, ayan. So, maging patient ka sa sarili mo kasi may pinagdadaanan ka. Lost ka, confused ka, kinukumpara mo yung sarili mo sa iba, hindi mo alam yung identity mo, may pinagdadaanan ka. So, maging patient ka. So, 'pag naging patient ka, I believe it comes with acceptance na ganito yung sitwasyon mo. So, maging patient ka and later on with that patience, hopefully ma-accept mo yung situation mo. And then tsaka mo i-reassess kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa'yo. Kasi kung hindi ka patient, so yun nga, lagi mo ikukumpara yung sarili mo. Then at the same time kasi, ang assumption ko is kapag naging patient ka, mas kalmado ka on dealing with things. Kasi yun nga, um, kumbaga 'pag mas kalmado ka, mas madali mong makikita yung mga bagay-bagay. Kumbaga 'pag maging patient ka, maging kalmado ka, matatanggap mo yung sitwasyon, tsaka mo i-reassess. Tapos 'pag ni-reassess mo, tsaka mo tsaka mo galawan. Pero yun nga, katulad na napag-usapan natin kanina, having a mentor would help. So, hindi lang someone na close to you, mahirap din kasi yung close to you nga kasi nga, kumbaga 'pag close to you may bias na ta's may pagkakakalala na sa'yo. Pero kapag yung someone outside talaga, kumbaga clean slate sila, wala silang alam sa'yo. So, kung ano yung kinukuwento mo, yun lang yung alam nila tungkol sa'yo. So, it depends sa panyo na lang kung ano yung extent. Pero kung talagang gusto mo na matulungan ka nung mentor na yun yung ano. But at the same time, be careful on looking for mentors. Kasi there are mentors na pretentious lang. Kumbaga, um, mentors or coaches na na tutulungan ka kunwari pero hindi iba naman pala talaga yung pakay 'no. So, be cautious din on looking for a mentor. And how would you find that mentor na puwede sa'yo? Mag-stalk ka. Tingnan
Ikaw ba,
tingnan
paano
mo
ka
kung
nag-look ng mentor mo? Paano kalala yung pag-i-stalk mo when stalking? Ano yung criteria of stalking?
hindi actually bago kasi yung naging mentor ko nitong nakaraan, bago kasi siya, nagkaroon ako ng mentor before. So, nagkaroon ako ng mentor before, pero it was a good experience kasi may mga natutunan din ako. Pero I think it's not aligned lang din.
Hmm,
So, kaya sabi ko you have to look for i-stalk mo siya. Kasi i-stalk mo yung inaay mo na mentor kasi that would help you get a grasp of who he is or who that person is. So, tsaka mo tingnan kung ano kayo, kung fit ba, pareho kayo ng values and the like. Kung puwede mo namang makakausap via chat ng hindi naman muna paid or something, ganyan. So, yun yung ano, yun yung puwede mong mga tignan kapag nagso-stalk ka.
so
Yun.
from what I'm hearing, aside from yung mga napansin mo, you have to be aware kung align pala kayo,
Values wise.
values. Mm,
Oo.
amazing, amazing.
Hmm.
At sa kalagayan mo ngayon, are going to give yourself a 1 to 10 building your identity, nasaan ka na?
Wow, challenging yun, ah.
Siyempre,
Challenging yan.
sabi mo kasi kanina, you cannot measure what you cannot manage,
Oo,
'di ba? Ay, baligtad
oo.
yata, you cannot manage what you cannot measure.
Oo, oo, oo.
If you're gonna
So,
measure yourself right now on your identity building, nasaan ka na?
uh, since I believe I'm a work in progress, pero my current state now is on a positive moving forward thing naman, ah. So, I guess it's an 8 na siya in some sense, coming from 6.5 gano'n. Ngayon 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 nasa 8 na siya kasi kumbaga, yun nga mas better situation. Pero of course, hindi naman natin sinasabi na wala ng struggles along the
Yes,
way,
yes.
pero iba kasi yung struggle sa struggle na may direksyon, 'di ba?
Hmm. So,
Magkaiba
kahit
kasi yun,
na
eh.
may clarity ka na, hindi siya
Oo,
mapapadali, may direction ka. Ano
oo.
yung tulong ng may clarity ka and direction? Ayan, may idea ka na kung anong identity gusto mo i-build.
Mm.
Anong pinaka-help niya along the way?
Kasi 'pag may identity ka na na gustong i-build, mas magiging focus ka na. Kasi alam mo na kung alin yung hindi makakatulong. Alam mo na kung alin yung opportunities na tatanggihan. Alam mo na kung anong opportunities yung makaka-contribute. Kumbaga, at the same time, yun nga, kumbaga mas maa-assess mo na yung mga bagay-bagay. Unlike yung ligaw-ligaw ka, so kaya may opportunity dito, grab, 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 grab ka lang. Gano'n yung nangyari. Pero
Na
kapag
dito
meron ka
pumapasok
na
yung nabanggit mo kanina na kapag may identity ka na, you're building your identity, clear na alin yung black and white, tsaka yung
oo,
pilit na gaps, yung gray area.
oo, oo. So yun din sa decision making din, makakatulong na rin
Oo,
sa'yo yan. Oo.
amazing, amazing. And I keep on hearing from you na we are all working in progress until death.
Mm. Oo, oo.
Paano mo na-stumble 'to? Kasi amazing kung paano ko siya narinig sa'yo. If you are going to give, further details about this.
Oo, siguro kasi 'di ba katulad ng sabi ko kanina nung pagpasok ko ng madre, sabi ko mamamatay na akong madre. So dun ko na na-attach yung identity ko na madre ako forever or madre ako habang buhay ako.
Pero
So dun ko na na-attach, dun ko na na-fix, parang fixated na ako sa ganong idea na na mamamatay akong madre. That's why when things happened and it did not go according to what I thought or what I planned it to be, nag-ano ako, nag-struggle ako. Napatanong na ako kung ano bang identity ko. Napatanong na ako kung sino ba talaga si Ninya, kung ano ba talagang tatahakin niyang landas. Dahil na-fixate na ako dun sa thought na yun. Kaya ko sinasabi na it's a work in progress. Kasi kunwari kahit ngayon i-aim ko na na in the future meron akong asawa, meron akong anak, meron akong 3 anak, ganyan, tapos ganito yung business ko and the like. Of course, that's good because you have a goal that you want to reach, no? Pero it's not good when you fixate yourself na ganito.
Yes.
Kasi you're a work in progress. Kasabi nga nung coach natin, no, we have different seasons in life. So sa particular season, ganito yung identity na dapat mong i-build or ganito yung identity mo. On a different seasons, mag-a-adjust ulit. So kaya it's a work in progress. Yun yung kaya ko sinasabi na yung identity natin is still a work in progress. We have a desired identity, pero let's not fixate ourselves on that. Kasi there are things that we cannot control and there are things that we cannot control. And it affects us. At may epekto yun sa atin. So, kaya yung identity na gusto natin maging, hindi natin 100% sure na mangyayari talaga. Yan.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Siyempre, I would ask din, any final words before tayo mag-end? Baka may gusto kang pasalamatan, baka may gusto kang i-promote, baka may gusto kang singilin ng utang. Is your share chance?
Kasama pala yung promotion dito. Dapat nilista ko. Hindi, joke lang. So, yun, gusto kong magpasalamat sa'yo, Jevy, na meron ganitong space. And yun nga, na nandito ako na interview. Masaya din ako sa experience kasi yung mga tanong, kumbaga spontaneous naman lahat. So, kaya gusto ko rin na parang in the future, balik-balikan 'tong ano na 'to, 'tong recording na 'to. Then ito yung season ng life ko na ganito yung mga nasabi ko. And yun, things are not always good. Life is good and it can always be better. Yun. Yun na lang. Yun yung ano natin, tagline namin sa ano, sa company. Life is good and it can always be better. Yun, yan lang.
Thank you so much. At
Thank
ako
you.
mismo, very, very madami. At kung makikita mo yung notes ko dito, puno siya. I will
Okey lang.
also keep on reviewing this recording. Kasi ako
Oo,
mismo madami pa akong mapupulot ulit dito.
oo,
Maraming salamat sa pag-show up. Buti na lang
oo.
nakapag-message tayo kahapon, nagkita ulit.
Muntik
It's so
nakakalimutan.
fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie.